not sizing you up correctly, underestimating you, and then in your own sort of humble, discreet, quiet way, you show them who you really are, and they realize that your power is great and that you are in fact smarter than them. I love that. Hi Sagittarius, this is your reading for 2021. Thank you for joining me. My name's Amanda. I'm at Luna Sync Tarot, and I've already shuffled your cards. I've laid them out here. So let's sync up. Let's jump right in. If I'm taking a global perspective of your year, Sagittarius, what I see is this vacillation between letting something go, picking up something new, making progress, experiencing delays, obstacles in the road, frustrations, and then getting some assistance from the universe to move you forward on this new endeavor, this new initiative, this new thing that you are picking up in 2021. It has to do with a passion, some sort of creative passion, some sort of creative endeavor that you are pursuing, and also kind of working out the psychology behind that, because I do get a sense that there is reticence, withdrawal, reluctance, confusion, and frustration around this thing. It's not all bad though. I mean, that is what happens, right? When we pick up something new, we're learning something new, we're pursuing something new. It's a learning process. And so all of those emotions are bound up in that. But I do see here, because you have 6 major arcana cards and a pull of 12 cards, that this is a huge faded transition, transformation for you. This thing that you're starting, this new thing that you're pursuing, is your calling, essentially. So let's dive right in here to the individual months. In the month of January, we have you at the end of something. This could be an old profession, an old job, an old vocation, something that you've invested a lot of time and energy into that no longer serves you, that has really taken a lot out of you, has taken a toll. You are laying this down. You are approaching the end of this thing. It could be letting go of an old job, letting go of something that you've just spent a lot of time developing, that is just kind of naturally coming to an end for you. It feels very burdensome. It can feel very burdensome. It can feel very exhausting. Energetically, it has taken a toll, and you are just feeling like you have nothing left to give to this thing. In February, we have a completion. This is a final ending, and I believe it's an ending of this thing. I believe it's this thing that you're dropping, that you're letting go of, and there's no going back. It is the end. It's a shedding of a skin. It's a shedding of a former identity. And with every ending, there's a new beginning. So in March, we have the world reversed. Reverse. The world in reverse. So this is there's some sort of, you're on the brink of an achievement. You're on the brink of an achievement. However, there's a lack of cognition around it. There's a stalling. There is a stuckness around this achievement. It's as if you're not fully engaged with it or not fully aware of it. So it's a sense of achievement, like you're on the verge of achieving something, but there's not a full engagement with it. And I say that too because in April we have the 4 of Cups reversed. And this is a withdrawal, an emotional withdrawal, shutting out the external world in order to get at something. It could be just straight up that you're feeling just withdrawn and isolated. But it is a sense of not quite connecting with the thing, with like spirit, not quite connecting with spirit, not quite connecting with the way that you feel about this. And I see that here in both of these cards. A lack of engagement with some sort of taking it to the next level. How do I take this to the next level? How do I achieve this thing? But feeling stuck there, and also feeling withdrawn and isolated, like disconnected from spirit, disconnected from how you can engage with this energy of elevation. So we have this laying down of something that no longer serves you, that has been very exhausting for you, actually, has taken an energetic toll. A completion of that thing. You've laid it down and it's complete. It's final. It's over. It's dead. It's done. You're shedding a skin. A new beginning awaits. However, there's a lack of engagement with this like leveling up, this cosmic leveling up that is at your doorstep. And a sense of isolation. Like, how do I not only recognize that I'm in this space, that there's this opportunity at the door for me, but how do I engage with it? Well, I mean, if you're feeling some reticence and reluctance and like confusion and frustration there, it won't be for long, because what we have here is the Judgment card. This is in May. When you're starting to reawaken, it's a rebirth. It's a complete and total reawakening to your purpose. It's a calling. Reawakening to your calling. That's happening in May. And then in June, stepping into your power. It's almost as if you're like, hey, I see the path forward and I know how to do this. I have the skills to generate this wealth. I have the skills needed to turn this into a wonderful and great success that benefits me, but also benefits my family and my community. So we're stepping into the King of Pentacles energy around this thing, this new initiative, this new endeavor, your calling, essentially, in June. In July and in August, what we have here is some sort of hidden agenda that serves as an obstacle on your path, needing to find a way to navigate this obstacle in August in order to move forward in a strong and powerful way. So watch around the time of July and August, watch for the motivations, the ulterior motives of others, and consciously engage with deconstructing and moving them out of your own way, because I do get a sense that they could serve as some sort of obstacle to your trajectory forward with this new initiative, with your calling, with your purpose. Here in September, we have a turning point. So the obstacle, if that is in your path, does not stay an obstacle for long. We have a turning point, a fated turning point in your favor, the Wheel of Fortune. So somehow you're able to find, maybe with some assistance from the universe, able to find a way around this obstacle in your path, and now are able to move forward in that strong, confident, powerful way. You have a lot of assistance from the universe, from spirit, however you perceive that, coming in to support you. We have the Death card, which is like, yes, we will support you with sloughing off this old identity. We have the Judgment card coming in May that's like, okay, we're going to sound this horn because you are not connecting with this. So we're going to sound this horn and wake you up to your calling, wake you up to your purpose. We have the High Priestess and the Chariot in reverse, where the universe is really showing you how to navigate sort of these obstacles and these hidden agendas and stay the course, stay the course. The Wheel of Fortune comes in and shows you the path forward, a turning point, like, oh, hey, yes, there it is. There's the path. Get on the path. This is the wheel turning in your favor. And so then in October, November, and December, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. And then we have the Nine of Swords reversed. Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands reversed here in the months of October and November. There is, it's like you know what this thing is that you're pursuing, your calling, your purpose, your passion. You know what it is. There is a swell of ideas around how this thing could manifest, but you feel stuck with implementing it, right? How do I get this thing off the ground and going? That's the Knight of Wands reversed. It's almost like you need to, there's a clarification that needs to happen in order to move forward here. The thing is on your doorstep. You're aware of it, you understand it. You have so many passionate creative ideas around it bubbling up to the surface for you. But there is a lack of understanding about how to take it forward, how to move it forward. Again, we've seen this all through the year 2021. And I do want to re-emphasize the fact that this does not mean that you're going to have a bad year. This is a learning process. There's ups and downs with every learning process. This is life. As you know, we go through this on a constant, regular basis, this sort of expansion and retraction energy, on a day-to-day basis, on a month-to-month basis, on a year-to-year basis. This is normal to experience as you work through bringing something into fruition, essentially, manifesting something. So yeah, in October and November, there is a sense of like, oh my gosh, I know what this thing is. I have so many ideas around it. I'm excited about it, but I'm also like reluctant to engage with it. And I feel slightly removed from it, detached from it, and stuck around it. There are a lot of anxieties and concerns that this has brought up, worries, and the Nine of Swords in reverse is a release of that anxiety, a release of that worry. And this could be the thing, the fundamental thing that needs to be worked on in 2021 is how do I manage my anxieties around working on something new, bringing something new into my life, into my reality? How do I manage my anxieties around that? So the fact that this shows up in December at the end of the year is poignant to me because it is really, it seems like a key for you in order to navigate this year most gracefully, which is to implement a self-care plan, become hyper aware of the anxieties, the emotions, the concerns, the worries, how you're thinking about this new thing that you're bringing into reality, your calling, essentially. If you can learn how to manage those emotions, you will navigate these feelings of retraction, isolation, stuckness, essentially, better. You will manage them better. You'll be able to move through those periods with more ease and more grace. Let's pull a card for you, a card of guidance. A card of guidance for Sag as they move through 2021. Ultimately, this is really exciting. You're connecting with your calling, your purpose, your greater life purpose. You're laying down something that no longer serves you, that has physically exhausted you, emotionally exhausted you, has taken a huge energetic toll. It's over. It's dead and done in 2021. And now there's this opportunity to connect with the thing that lights you on fire, that makes life worth living, that sparks those creative, passionate stirrings in your heart. What we have here is Weasel, 33. 3 and 3 is 6, and that's the number of victory and achievement. Gorgeous. Let's look at Weasel. I love that a new card showed up. I've been pulling the same cards in this deck for a long time. Grouse, raven, owl, elk. Those are the cards that keep showing up, but I have not seen Weasel in quite some time, so let's look at it. Excited. Oh, here, let me hold this up for you while I read so you can see it. Okay. Weasel has an incredible amount of energy and ingenuity. That's you, Sag. Yet it is a difficult power totem to have. It's not without significance that ermine or weasel pelt is worn by royalty. Weasel ears hear what is really being said. This is a great ability. Weasel eyes see beneath the surface of a situation to know the many ramifications of an event. This too is a rare gift. Weasel fur changes color with the season. Silent weasel has many lessons to teach you. Weasel could confound Great Spirit, pick Great Spirit's pockets, and then leave Great Spirit contemplating the divine navel. If this is your personal medicine, your powers of observation are keen. You seem to be saying, leave me alone and I'll do the same for you. You might even look a bit guilty at times due to what you know from observing life. You may be a loner, hiding yourself away from others, or perhaps even a recluse. You are a powerful ally to have in any business organization since you can see what the competition is doing. People may make a great mistake in sizing you up since they do not immediately see your powers. But the first time they try to outsmart you, they will soon learn that your intelligence is greater than their own. Look to weasel power to tell you the hidden reasons behind anything. Some people are put off by weasel medicine, talent, and abilities, but there are no bad medicines. We all have power, or we would not be here to heal Mother Earth. Perhaps if you have weasel power, you could use your secret gifts for the good of all. Observe who or what needs attention or a solution and offer your assistance in your own quiet and discreet way. That's weasel. Well, that's very interesting. There's this message here of quietness, discreetness. They even brought up that message of isolation and recluse, being a recluse. People misunderstanding you. Not sizing you up correctly. Underestimating you. And then in your own sort of humble, discreet, quiet way, you show them who you really are. And they realize that your power is great and that you are in fact smarter than them. I love that. I don't know if you've ever had that experience before, but I've had that experience. I've been on the flip side where I've made assumptions about people based on who knows what. You know, those instantaneous characterizations and assumptions that you make about people, like, and then you realize how wrong you were in your perceptions of them and how, you know, smart and sharp they are. So yeah, it's very humbling to have that experience. Like, wow, then you take a step back and realize I really underestimated them. And why? What was it that caused me to do that? And you kind of can unpack your prejudices, your biases, your assumptions about people. I get a sense that that's going to be happening for you a lot in 2021, where people are kind of not noticing you, underestimating you. Maybe you're underestimating yourself, and then you surprise yourself, right, with your great power and strength, your ability to generate abundance for yourself and for others. You are moving forward on this path, Sagittarius. You are going to hit some obstacles. There will be some bumps in the road, and you will have to contend with some of your own worries and anxieties and fears, but that's normal. That's normal. And if you put a good self-care regimen in place in the beginning of 2021 with the full awareness and understanding that you are going to be contending with some anxieties throughout this year, then you're going to be golden. You're going to be golden. This thing that you're pursuing, this passionate new endeavor, this creative initiative is your calling. It is going to satisfy you in a way that this other thing that actually ends up completing at the beginning of this year did not. All right, Sag. If this reading resonated with you, hit the like button so that it can circulate to others. Others can see it. Your support in that way helps to elevate my work, helps to give my channel visibility, so I really appreciate that. I appreciate your support. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, I'm doing those now. The link is below. Take good care in 2021. I'm really excited for you.